Well, I got the El Camino in here, Sprint, whatever you want to call it. And we got some transmission lines that are leaking. So I'm going to try to get it in here a little bit better. But it's kind of a pain because the driveway don't line up quite right with the garage. I'm pretty close to the Monte Carlo. If I move some of this stuff, I can move the El Camino over and get it on in here a little better. But I actually do have room to move over. But the transmission lines are on this side, so I don't want to take up too much space. We'll figure this out one way or another. Alright, we got it in here at an angle now. But even my skinny butt won't fit through there. Which means we gotta go around. Okay, I think that'll work. Just gotta get a jack stand under it. So I think the upper transmission line is the one that's leaking.
Yeah, it's dripping right now.
So yeah, I mean,
It's tight. That top one's tight.
okay, if it's tight, then we might need to just take it all the way loose and see if it's just not aligned properly.
How much is this going to drip when I take the bottom line off?
I can't hear you.
It's going to drip a whole bunch when I take the bottom line off? Can I just get a rag?
Yeah, I'll get you a rag. I would imagine that it's going to drip quite a bit because there will be tranny fluid in those lines. Yep. Do you want a new rag or an old rag?
It doesn't matter. I'm just going to...
Okay, old rag if it's going to get dirty.
I'm going to take off the bottom line.
What?
I'm going to take off the bottom line.
You're going to take off the bottom one?
Yeah. To be able to get to the top one better.
Yeah, that's probably what I do. Remove the bottom. Then we'll take the top off, see if it just got wonked in there. Alright, so you got the top line back in. Alright, so it was just a little bit of a tweak.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're working on the bottom line now?
Yeah.
How's that one? Does it need tweaked a little bit?
A little bit. It's being a little funky now. That was in there good though.
Yeah, I remember when we put the motor back in, that bottom line was easier. The top line I really fought. So top line was the one that was leaking, so maybe I just had it tweaked.
What happens if you swap them?
What?
What happens if you put the top where the bottom goes? Oh.
Well, you're gonna have issues cooling. So if you put like the top line.
I know which one is which, but I'm just wondering.
Well, the way that those are freaking organized on the transmission right now is how they're going to the transmission cooler.
Mm-hmm.
So if you reversed it, at least in theory, I would think that would cause a problem with transmission fluid flowing through. Because if you float it the other way, I think it would have to fight gravity. Whereas right now, it's working with gravity. I could be wrong, though, because it's pressurized. It might not matter. I don't know. But... Alright. You got the bottom line started?
Yeah, it's started.
Okay, cool. Alright, well, we will be able to test this out here in a minute then.
Do we have any?
I got the brake parts cleaner.
Okay.
I'm recording right now, by the way.
You want to roll it under the car?
Yeah, yeah, here. I'll roll it to you.
Yeah, roll it.
I'll try not to spray anything important.
No, I'm just gonna... Wait, where are you rolling from?
Did you get it?
I don't know where'd you roll it from, bro?
I rolled it from the front tire on the driver's side.
That was
Expert roll?
piss poor prior planning, bro. I don't even know where it is. I can't see it.
Okay, I have some carburetor intake cleaner. Frag out.
Yeah. Okay, I got
Okay, I'm gonna see if we have transmission fluid. You know, one of these days I'm gonna get more organized.
Yeah, okay. How old are you now?
I'm 34.
Okay.
You know, in some countries...
Don't even in some countries, me. This is America, Billy.
This is America. Well, you know, I'd have more room to organize if there wasn't a giant El Camino El Sprinte.
You would be sad if we didn't have this.
But the Monte Carlo needs a garage. I got motor oil. That's not going to help us. Okay, I know I've got tranny fluid. Nope. I really need to get organized. Do we have tranny fluid in like one of the cars that frequently leaks?
I'm trying to think.
Tranny fluid? Would we have any behind the seat?
No.
No. No. We got a fire extinguisher in there. Why do we have a full bottle of brake fluid in the El Camino?
Because it was the brake fluid I bought for when you needed it for the
Whatchamacallit?
For the love?
Oh.
We really don't got tranny fluid?
I refuse to believe that we don't have tranny fluid. For the amount that we use tranny fluid.
Ooh, this made my hands cold.
What made your hand? Oh, yeah. You just spray carb cleaner in your fingers?
Yeah.
That got cold quick, didn't it? All right, I'm coming around to your side. Ow.
I like it all down so I tighten up.
You know, it was actually remarkably difficult to get into the... Ow.
The fact that you did it like
What do you think about the mat, though?
I love it.
They were going to throw it away
That's so
at work.
dumb. What a waste.
Yeah. So I think it actually worked out fairly well. Okay, so both lines are back on, though?
Yeah, they're back on, they're tight.
And you just wiped off the excess tranny fluid. Yeah, it was kind of blowing, like when you were driving.
Everything.
So, all right. Well, let's find some tranny fluid and go from there. Alrighty. So the other day, Sam took down the tranny lines on this. They were leaking. Reseated them. I just started it and ran it for a few minutes, and we're dry. So I just reseated those transmission lines wrong, or one of them. And when we put the motor back in and she fixed it, I think we're good to go in that aspect. Other problems, I've got a power steering leak. These headers, I think on one side are warped, so we have a permanent perpetual exhaust leak no matter what I do. And the transmission's still whistling, which is something to do with the filter. So the next step is really going to be to drop the pan. But let's fire it up. You can hear the whistle. Hopefully it shows up on camera. No leaks, but... So, I mean, we're getting there. We're definitely one step closer to this car being a little bit more of a solid driver. But, yeah. I'm not sure where the power steering's leaking from, so that'll be another episode. And, that transmission pan, dropping that and getting the filter up there properly. That's the only thing I can think of, is that whistle noise is coming from the filter. We tried changing the modulator on the Turbo 400, the vacuum modulator, and it wasn't that. And we fixed the tranny line leaks. So that's the only thing I can think of. If anybody has a comment on what makes a Turbo 400 make a whistling noise, drop a comment. Thanks for watching, everyone.